A blockchain is a ledger of transaction records. These can be anything from stock trades to medical records to a history of who owned a used car. Blockchain is made up of blocks. A block contains all the transaction records for a set period of time. Bitcoin, for example, adds a new block every 10 minutes. Each new block contains two important things: a list of every single transaction that took place around the world in that period of time, plus a code, called a hash, that references the blocks that came before it, thus the chain part of the blockchain. These hashes are much easier to compare rather than trying to keep track of every individual transaction in the world since the beginning of time. And because each one references the blocks that came before it, it revalidates every single transaction repeatedly down to the original Genesis block. A blockchain is decentralized, meaning no one entity controls what's in it. In Bitcoin, the blockchain is validated by miners, who are rewarded for generating the correct hash with new Bitcoins. In other blockchain systems, this job might be split up between multiple banks, governments, or hospitals. When a new block is added to the chain, those computers verify that all the transactions actually took place. If anyone tries to cheat the system, their block will be different from anyone else's. Because a blockchain requires consensus between all parties, the cheater's version of the blockchain, called a fork, is eventually thrown out, along with their phony transaction. All of this makes a blockchain immutable, meaning it is extremely difficult to modify or tamper with. It is a single, permanent record agreed upon by multiple parties, none of which have more power than the other. It doesn't require trust in a single institution, nor do we need worry about bad guys hacking in and changing things, so long as they're outnumbered by the good guys. This means a blockchain can be accessible to the public. Anyone can go back in the ledger and verify that a transaction took place. The most famous example of blockchain is Bitcoin, which uses blockchain technology to prevent people from spending the same Bitcoin twice. But it has dozens of other applications beyond currency, including storing medical records, voting, writing smart contracts, storing files, trading stocks and bonds, keeping track of who owns what, and much, much more.